What's up, humans, and welcome to a new Psicoactivo. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Okay, so there was a new FOIA document that was just made public. It got responded on July 15th this year. It came from a gentleman called Abbas Dharamsey, who was announced by multiple people within the UFO community to have gotten this response about this video, which I am going to show you right now.
Dude, this is a fucking drone, bro. There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west. Look at that thing, dude. That's not our LNS, though, is it? It's not. That is the LNS, dude. Well, if there's a look at that thing. It's rotating.
To this day, in my opinion, out of all the videos that have been released by the Pentagon, to me, because I know this video has already been debunked a bunch of times and there's a lot of debate over it, but the first time I saw this video, I was like, that's really strange. What is that? And to this day, out of all the videos that have been released officially by the Pentagon, this is one of the most believable that I've seen, or the most compelling, I should say. Now, one of the people that had been advocating for the release of the full video, because this is only 30-something seconds, allegedly, there is a 4+ minute long video of the gimbal. There's been already a bunch of fake videos about it that have flooded the web. Some of them have been renders, others have been just poor VFX, but we haven't really gotten to the bottom of where this video might be until today. After this FOIA was made public, I'm just going to show it to you guys, and I'm going to read it to you. Department of the Navy, Deputy Undersecretary of the Navy Management, 1000 Navy, Pentagon, Washington, D.C. Abbas Dharamsey. Dear Mr. Dharamsey, subject, non-MDR case number 2025-M-0121. The Department of the Navy received your request and closed for the following document: full-length footage of Gimbal UFO incident. These records have been identified as possibly residing at the Naval Air Systems Command, NAVAIR. Once the documents are received from NHHC, DON will conduct a mandatory declassification review in accordance with Section 3.5C of the Executive Order 13526 and prepare a final response to you. If you have any questions, please contact that address. Sincerely, Elijah Ham. Okay, so the gimbal footage exists, the 4-minute plus video. That has been confirmed through this FOIA document from Mr. Abbas. I've been in contact with Mr. Abbas, and he confirmed that it is indeed a real FOIA response. And I just want to remind you guys of a few things that happened, because Ryan Graves stated this in a now deleted tweet. Where are the remaining 4 minutes of the gimbal video? Has Congress seen it? If not, why not? Good question. And then we have this too, which is the explanation from Ryan Graves himself talking about the gimbal video with Joe Rogan, just so you guys can check it out.
We should play the gimbal video. Jamie, will you please pull that up? Because I want you to kind of give us an understanding from your own expertise, like your technical understanding of what we're looking at.
Yeah. So this is
here it is. Is this so? This is FLIR footage.
Yep. So this is when I say FLIR, this is what I'm referring to. And right in the middle of the top of the screen, you see IR, infrared. So that's that infrared mode where we're seeing heat right now. We are in black hot. So that means objects that are darker are hotter. So this object right in the middle is putting heat out.
And right now it appears to be rotating. Is that what it was doing there?
Yeah, exactly. So we do see this object rotate. I mean, it looks like a gimbal. That's why it's called it, I think. I didn't name it. But we see the object essentially rotate from what looks like a horizontal position here those lines above it represent the horizon. So it's essentially parallel. There it goes.
And it's hard to make out the shape of this thing, but it seems almost like a disc with like a crown on the top and the bottom.
Yeah, kind of like it looks like almost like a little bit of energy coming out from the poles there, if you will. That's kind of how I describe it. I see like a little bit of the dark, heat emanating from there, or the energy, as I call it.
And is there any way from this video, from this equipment, to detect how large this thing is?
There is. So the velocity vector in the middle there can be set to a particular size, and that size correlates to a particular length. So that in a dogfight, if you have, you're behind a guy and you essentially, his wingspan is equal to the length of those two lines on that circle with the lines coming out. You see that? That's the velocity vector. Then you know how far away he is, right? And so it's kind of like an analog thing that's not super relevant, like in modern age. But yes, there is. I don't know, however, what that is set to in this one, so I can't like make that calculation for you right now.
Now, I know some people who have attempted to debunk this and debunk even the rotation of this object. How do you know that object is rotating? Definitively.
Well, so we don't, right? We don't necessarily definitively know it's rotating at the end of the day, right? We have evidence that it is, but I don't have definitive evidence that you're a conscious human being on the other side of the table with me either. But
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like, we just don't have that information.
So you only have video footage, and in the video footage, it appears right now in relation to where it sits on the clouds that it has rotated.
Yes. So we can also see if you and I know it's been done. People have created models out there that essentially look at the clouds, and they draw out a flight path that this could be at, and the only variable is essentially how far away the object is, and that flight path obeys an equation that can be observed pretty readily when you build the little model. And essentially, if you're at 6 miles or so, the object is proceeding in direction, and then when it starts to rotate, as the aircraft described, it climbs and reverses directions. So you can't quite make that out, but when you actually model it out, you can see that at these ranges, it does what was claimed.
Okay, so now based on what they talked about here, there seems to be a gimbal video that is 4+ minutes long that is right there. Funny enough, the Naval Air Station, it's at Patuchen River, which is Pax River. That facility of Naval Air Systems Command is inside of the Pax River facility. It's inside there. And something that is really funny that I just found out today after seeing this, I've been following a case from a Navy officer who, when he was about to go back home due to disability on board of the USS Abraham Lincoln back in 2019, he reported that he saw a tic-tac shaped object above the carrier. And he also reported something that I made a mistake about, because I thought this was a black helicopter. It wasn't. It was just one of the helicopters from their command center that was making the rounds at the exact same time that Tic-Tac was there, a few hundred meters away from the carrier. I checked on this man's credentials. I even spoke to one of the people who was on board of the Lincoln in that same day. They both talk about this, and he gave me some names of the commanders that were on board of the Lincoln then. And to my surprise, one of the current commanders of the Naval Air Systems Command, where the gimbal video is allegedly stored right now, is one of the names that this witness gave me back then, and is one of the commanders. So that was just a small correlation that I captured, but I thought it was interesting that on the day of this Tic-Tac sighting back in 2019, one of those commanders is the same commander from the Naval Air Systems Command. Ain't that something? So I don't know what that means. I guess we're going to have to FOIA a lot of what was uncovered today with this after it was made public. But now that we have one lead from this document, we can keep searching and keep asking for more FOIA documents with new names that were just uncovered today as well. So I don't know what you guys think about gimbal in general. What do you guys think about this new FOIA release, about the longer video of this gimbal? Do you think there might be like a 4K resolution or just a better resolution video than just FLIR? I want to know what you got to say. And what do you think about this commander being both on the Lincoln back in 2019 during that sighting, and now part of the Naval Air Systems Command as well, where the gimbal video is allegedly kept? Interesting correlation, right? So let me know what you think in the comments. If you like the content you see, I'm going to ask you to like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. That's all you need to do in order to help us, and it is what helps us the most. So thank you. But if you want to support us in other ways, there's a few links down there you can choose from. You can become a member on YouTube, or you can support us through KGRA. Anything you choose to do is always appreciated. So thank you. That's it for me today on this video, but I'll see you guys in the next one. And remember, stay curious and inquisitive like Mr. Abbas Dharamsey. Always. Bye.